everyone, it's Miss Goldman. This is our 8th Eureka Math lesson. We are going to be continuing our lessons with fractions, and I want to remind you, if you can't see all the images, you can find them in the PDF version that is attached. Remember, though, to still draw it into your Google Doc. If you are printing out these lessons, make sure that you are sending me pictures of your work either through Class Dojo or through Google Classroom. And remember too, if I'm going too fast with any answer before you finish in answering problems, just pause this at any time. Remember, this was the same lesson that I just did live earlier today. And let's begin. So for these first four problems, it says show a number bond representing what is shaded and unshaded in each figure. Draw a different visual model that would be represented by the same number bond. So what I did for this is, besides doing different shapes, I also made sure that I was shading the opposite that was shaded in this first picture. So if you look at number one, the sample, the total is 1, which is your top, because that's the whole piece, and it's the whole object that we're looking at. So 5/8 is what is shaded, and 3/8 is not shaded. In that circle, we see 3/8 are shaded instead, which is the opposite. So now you are going to do the next ones, but I will show you how to do this one right here, number 1. So if we look, our whole is 1. Our total number of parts is going to be 5. Our shaded is 3. On this side, our total number of parts still is 5. And our unshaded is 2. Now, because it said to make a different shape, I'm going to make a rectangle and cut into 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it's not exactly perfect because we're working on a computer. I understand. Let's see if we can try to make it slightly better, though. Oh, that just erased the whole thing, so let's try again. One, 2, 3. And remember, when you're doing these, however many lines you're drawing, it's 1 less than the total. So, and then we are going to shade in 2. So 1. And as you can see, I'm not doing it perfectly shaded. That's okay. You don't either. I'm going to give you some time to work on the other 3. All right, and I'm going to give you about 2 more seconds, and then we will move on. All right, I'm going to move to the next screen. Sorry if you can hear a puppy. That's Winnie. All right, so now we're going over the answers on this page. So again, we have 1 as the whole, 3/5 at the shaded, 2/5 as unshaded, and now the rectangle with 2/5 unshaded for number 2. As you can see, we have 1 as the whole, 3/4 shaded, 1/4 unshaded, and over here we have 1/4 shaded. As you can see, I've already been doing it not as the same shape as what was over here, just like it did in the sample. For number 3, I know it's 1 whole, 3/6 is shaded, 3/6 is shaded, so it's still 3/6 unshaded. And I think I said accidentally 3/6 unshaded when I should have said unshaded. So 1, here is our 3/6 shaded, and our 3/6 unshaded. Sorry about that. And for our last one, we have 1 whole, 2/9 shaded, 7/9 unshaded. I still did the opposite. Cutting a circle into ninths is a little tricky. Maybe you were able to do it better than me. I'm sure you were, because you're all gold medalists and work super hard on everything that you do. And you see 7/9 now to show the unshaded. And let's keep going. So over for this problem, it says draw a number bond with 2 parts showing the shaded and unshaded fractions of each figure. Decompose both parts of the number bond into unit fractions. So we can see for the first one, I did it for us. The whole is 1, the shaded is 3/4, and the other side is 1/4 to show unshaded. So you're going to do that for B, C, and D. So these 3 right here that have not been done. And as you noticed on these, I've been doing shaded and then unshaded. So take your time to get these other 3 done. I know it's a little hard to draw the circles and the lines and write it in them, as we've seen from some of my messier ones, that I did it with drawing instead of using tools. When you go into your drawing, you should be able to add actual drawings as well, or shapes. All right, and we are going to go over the answers now. If you need more time, just press pause. So as you see, for B, we have 1 whole, 2/3 are shaded, 1/3 is not. For C, we have the 1 whole on top, 2 halves are shaded and 2 halves are not. And for D, we have 2/5 are shaded, 3/5 are not. And let's continue to the next and last problem. So for this last problem, it's a multi-step problem. It's also a word problem. So we're going to be highlighting and underlining some important facts. So it's the chef put 1/4 of ground beef on the grill to make 1 hamburger. The rest is in the refrigerator. So we need to make a 2-part bond. Sorry, can't see that. Let's do a darker color. A 2-part bond, number bond, showing the fraction of ground beef on the grill and in the refrigerator. So we need to draw a visual model too, and shade what is in the refrigerator. So here's my number bond. I have 1/4 is on the grill because that was our first part, and our 3/4 is the shaded, which is in the grill. So to label it still, we'll go with shaded and un. And over here we have 1/4 1/4, 1/4. Now, I've given you many pieces of this. I would like you to now to try A, B, and C. So A is asking what fraction of the ground beef was in the refrigerator. B is asking how many more hamburgers can the chef make if he uses them all the same size as the first one. So that's a big part. All the same size as the first one. And show the refrigerator broke into unit fractions in a number bond from above. So that one's all. So pretty much all these are easy because, and then I'll also, you have everything right in front of you. So take your time and let's see. All right, I'm going to go over the answers. If you need more time, just press pause. All right, so down here, you can see what fraction of the ground beef was in the refrigerator, and I said 3/4 of the ground beef was in the refrigerator. We can see we had 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he only used 1 from earlier because this was our un, and this was our shaded. So I wrote 3/4 of ground beef was in the refrigerator. Notice I have a period and a full sentence. 2, how many more hamburgers can the chef make if he makes them all the same size as the first one? Look again, complete sentence. The chef can make 3 more hamburgers that are all the same size as the first one. We know this because we have 1, 2, 3 that are shaded. And for this last one, it says, show the refrigerated ground beef broken into units on the number bond above. So we have the 1 as our whole, 1/4 from earlier that was used, and 3/4 that was not used. So I hope you understood this lesson. If you need any help with it, please let me know or rewatch this video. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow live. Bye!